Hey friends, this is Chad Husted with Team Quadzilla, your nutrition and fitness ambassador, here to talk to you today about why you need to start strength training today. Today I want to share a few ideas about why it is important to care about our physical health today. Have you ever thought about what your future self is going to be like? Do you have a vision for what you'd like to do or be when you're in your golden years? Well, I have, and I recognize that for me to achieve that vision of my future self, the guy that can keep up with his grandkids and I can pedal my bikes on long adventures and hike with my wife and even see my toes without looking over a big belly, things like that. To be that kind of guy when I'm 60, 70, 80 years old even means that I need to take care of business now. So I want to illustrate this with a graph. You can see that I've got strength and flexibility along the vertical axis and time across the horizontal. It's just a simple fact of nature that things decay over time, and that includes our bodies. So we aren't naturally going to get stronger or more flexible over time. In fact, it's quite the opposite. Watch this. Let's say that today my strength and flexibility is at a 50 on this arbitrary scale of 1 to 100. If I don't do anything else to take care of my body over time, this is what the general progression of my strength is going to look like. You can see that for a while, the decline in my strength and flexibility is small and gradual, maybe not even noticeable. But then it really begins to fall off the older I get. Does that make sense? This is just nature at work. The same curve applies to everybody, and no matter where you are today on this scale, if you don't do anything for your strength and flexibility, what I'm trying to tell you is that when you do the work today, regular exercise, strength training, challenging your body in various ways, you absolutely will raise your starting point. So here let's say that by getting myself into shape and maintaining the healthy habits that it takes for me to get to, let's say up here at level 80, notice what it does to the decay curve. The curve is still the same, but the resulting strength and flexibility over time is very different. In 30 years from now, instead of my strength being at 20, I'm all the way up here at 50. Why? Well, because I'm doing the work today to build up my strength and flexibility so that over time I have more to give later in my life. Now these curves represent the natural decay of our bodies. We are not going to get better by doing nothing. We need to do the work now if we want to achieve the vision we have for our future self. So we must be proactive about our health. And if your future vision includes feeling good, being active and involved, and generally healthy, well, my greatest recommendation to you is to take action now to increase your strength. Wherever you are on this scale, increasing that number now is going to pay off big time in the future. You might be thinking, okay, Chad, I agree with you. I don't want to be the person that's 25 or 30 years from now that needs help to use the restroom or to tie my shoes or get off the floor because my legs are so weak and my hips are so inflexible that I can't get up. Listen, I know people like this and it is very sad. My dad was one of these people, and they very much regret taking the lazy path when they were younger. No one showed them this amazing illustration to kick them in the pants and get them working now. So feeling fine today while doing nothing for your future health will not end well. That's just science. But here's the cool thing about our body. No matter your age, no matter where you fit on this graph, you can still make great strides in your strength and flexibility. Yeah, there's the law of diminishing returns here. It's not as likely an unfit 70-year-old is going to run an Ironman, but it still happens. So while the outlook can seem bleak, we're all going to decay and die, I choose to look at this as encouragement and motivation that I can still choose to improve my present and future health today. So obviously there's a lot of resources available to tell you what to do to get started on an exercise habit. But if you're looking for somebody to help you get started and hold you accountable and help you create a plan that suits you, just ask. I love helping people with this kind of stuff. This is the time of year when people begin to think about their goals. And so now that you are all inspired or maybe a little bit afraid about your future health, I thought I might offer some suggestions about goal planning. Setting a goal can provide the push that we need to do hard things. However, we are also easily discouraged when we fail at achieving our goals, and failure makes it harder to try again. So to give ourselves the best chance to achieve our goal, we'll be wise to heed some of the following advice here. So let's look at 5 goal setting myths. All right, number 1, your past determines your future. This, of course, is false if you are willing to change your approach. Remember this, if nothing changes, nothing changes. So you need to change your belief about yourself and the outcome that you desire. Number 2, safe goals are the best goals. I say baloney to this one. Safe goals just are not compelling. There's a powerful link between the difficulty of your goal and your performance and satisfaction and enthusiasm in it. So go beyond your natural urge to play it safe and set a big, hairy, audacious goal. Number 3, you fail if you fall short. This, of course, is only true if you measure the gap. Instead, I say measure the gain and focus on how far you've come instead of how far you have yet to go. When you look at why you fell short, you'll likely find ways to improve. So the only true failure here is not trying in the first place. Number 4, writing goals is not necessary. Have you ever built a house without blueprints or travel without some kind of itinerary? Then why would you trust your goals and dreams to memory alone? You just need to write your goals, period. Post them where you can see them often. Internalize them. See your future self with the goal accomplished and be regularly spurred on by the thing that you committed to. Number 5, specificity doesn't matter. I think you should remove all the guesswork in a vague goal. And you can do that by specifying how and when. Goals like exercise more or lose 20 pounds just are not specific enough. You need to answer how and when you will do these things. Make a plan and a schedule where you can mark off some intermediate milestones and set yourself up for success. One last thing. I have discovered an amazing side benefit to maintaining discipline in my healthy living habits. Maybe it will help you get serious about your health goals. So not only do I feel better than I did 12 years ago, I have also maintained my shape, strength, and flexibility, which I'm grateful for. But even better than all that, being disciplined with my health has overflowed to marked improvement and blessing in other areas of my life. I see them as the compounding positive effects of being consistent over time. My performance in important roles as husband, dad, project manager, and overall human being have improved as well. So much so that I can say that a secret to being the best version of myself really started with getting a handle on healthy habits to care for my body. So while you are thinking about how you want to be better, fill in the blank, whatever it is, consider that discipline with your health is a great place to start. After all, you can't give to others from your own empty cup. Fill your own cup first, and then give out of the overflow of all that you are. I hope that makes sense. That's all I have for today. Thank you for listening. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, teamquadzilla.com. Thanks. Bye.